Yo, man, YouTube, man, what's happening with y'all, man? It is your boy Fly Guy Only, man, back at it again with a new video. Actually, this right here is the first video that is on this channel, man. Appreciate everybody that has checked this video out in the near future and stuff like that. I wanted to start this new channel right here, man, because I got several channels out there and stuff like that, and I'll be talking about various topics and stuff like that within my videos, live streams, or whatever the case may be. So I wanted to make just a separate channel. You feel me? Just a separate channel where I can have those type of conversations, debates, blase. We're going to call this bad boy Fly Guy Only 773 POV. If you ain't no point of view. You feel what I'm saying, man? So this right here is going to be the new little series I got going on in this bad boy and stuff like that, man. So make sure y'all check it out. But look, though, it's a topic that I was talking about once in my previous live streams and stuff like that. You feel what I'm saying? About people calling each other, well, I should say females calling men daddy. From a man's point of view and from a female's point of view. Do men like or do men want to be called daddy? Do women like or do they like calling? That didn't even sound right coming off the top of my head. Men daddy, man. You get what the hell I'm trying to say, man. You feel me? So look, I'm going to tell you about a situation real quick, man. This right here was a couple years back and stuff like that, or whatever the case may be. I ran into a little chick or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We hit it off, whatever the case may be, man. You know what I'm saying, man? And the first time that we did us and stuff, right? Because a lot of times when I go into these scenarios and stuff like that, I'm thinking it's going to be the plain old, you know what I'm saying? Boom, bada bing, you know what I'm saying? Might spit on it, might leg it, you know what I'm saying? Blase. Nothing too crazy. You dig what I'm saying? But in this situation right here, when we started to do us and stuff like that, you know what I mean? I'm already going into it like, all right, we've been here thousands of times before. Nothing out the ordinary, you did? As we're doing us, right? Shorty started to call me daddy while we was doing us. Now, granted, I've been kicking it with Shorty, blase, for a little hot little minute. Never heard her use that terminology to describe me. You know how some people, they use it in the sense of saying yeah or whatever. Like, you might tell her to do something or you might ask something from her and she be like, yeah, daddy. You know what I'm saying? Never heard it, right? It was just when we started doing us was the first time that I heard it. And when I heard it, right, G? It kind of threw me off a little bit. Like, I'm not going to lie. It threw me off a lot. I'm going to keep it all the way funky with y'all. That shit threw me off all the way, bro. Like, we doing us and just out of nowhere, it's daddy this, daddy that, daddy this, daddy that. To the point where I'm not even in it no more. Like, I'm not even feeling this whole vibe and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? Now, granted, like, I done heard that terminology, you know what I'm saying, plenty of times from watching, you know what I'm saying, little videos on the internet, you know what I'm saying, other people telling me stories, blase. But I never been put in that situation before where it's happening to me. See, when I hear from other people, I don't feel no way about it. It's like, whatever. But when it was to me, it was like, bro, I don't even like this shit, G. Like, this shit feels wrong or something. Like, in my head, it's like, why is this grown-ass girl calling me daddy? Like, I'm not your motherfucking father. I get it with the whole little whatever is in the mood of the moment and stuff like that. But that shit still just weird as hell to me, G. Like, it just threw me all the way left field with it to the point where I'm so out of it, I'm not even in it no more and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I hear you up and try to bail up out of there, right? You feel me? So I leave and shit like that, and next day comes and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You know how females be and shit, man. They always want to, especially when it's the first time and shit, they want to talk about it and stuff like that. Boo and stuff like I don't know why they want to do that shit. But anywho, she talked about it and shit like that, like, yeah, I wasn't expecting that, blah. You know how the little scenarios go and shit like that. And I instantly like, look, check this out, right? If we do that again and stuff like that, you feel me? Let's cut out that whole daddy shit. You feel me? And she like, what? She didn't like that? Like, ooh. I'm like, nah, G. Like that shit. It just didn't sit right with me. Like, it felt weird. Like, granted, I hadn't heard this shit before. I know motherfuckers do this shit, but when it finally happened to me, I wasn't a fan of it. You feel what I'm saying? And I know it's a lot of dudes out there that like to be called daddy and shit like that when, saying they're having sex with their girl or a bitch or whatever the case may be and stuff like that. But me personally, though, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't have no fetish. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that shit right there don't do nothing to me. Like, if anything, it turns me off. Like, that shit sounds stupid to me. Why is this grown-ass girl calling my grown-ass motherfucking daddy? Bitch, I'm not your motherfucking father, and you're not my motherfucking daughter. I got one kid out here in this motherfucking world, and this is a boy. And he's the only motherfucker that calls me dad. He don't even say daddy. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it was just totally left field for me, right? And I swear, for the niggas that's out there, and this is just my honest opinion, right? Y'all niggas can have different opinions and shit like that, whatever. But for the niggas that's out there, bro, if you like for a bitch to call you daddy and shit like that, G, I feel like, that's some fetish type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I honestly feel like, in the sense that you're using that as a substitute for something else. And I got another story to tell y'all that too as well, about niggas that like to be called daddy and shit like that. I'm not saying all niggas is like this, but it has happened before where I done seen a situation pop off with some shit like that. You feel me? Same thing when it comes to y'all females. This is just my honest opinion. Let me know if I'm wrong. But I feel like a lot of females that like to be called, well, not like to be called, but call men daddy and stuff like that, I feel like something has happened to you in your life at an early age or something like that. You feel what I'm saying? And you're kind of fucked up in the head and stuff. Not at fault for yourself, not at fault for, you thinking like that and shit like that, but I feel like that's what has happened. I had asked Shorty and stuff like that, because when we started, talking and try to, understand each other, blase, whatever the case may be, a good point had came about, right? Because one thing you got to do when you talk to females and stuff, man, just pay attention. That's all you got to do. Just pay attention, listen to the key points and stuff like that, and you'll understand and hear everything that you want to hear and understand about a female. But it was a situation where we talking and stuff like that, or whatever the case may be, right? And of course, she's telling me a little bit about her personal life and blase, whatever the case may be. How back in the day, I guess one of her family members or whatever, touched her or whatever the case may be, or whatever. You know what I mean? And when she said that, that was after the fact of that happening, right? So it kind of made more sense to me. All right, she's a female that's probably really, sexually active. She call, men that she has sex with daddy and stuff like that, blase. I'm not saying it's like that with all females, but in this particular case, I only can go off my point of view. You feel me? But in this circumstances, though, that had happened to her and stuff like that. Like, she got touched when she was younger and stuff like that. And I feel like, with, how shit be and stuff, that's why she was doing all that. You feel me? Now, when it comes to the guys aspect of it and stuff like that, right? I was talking to this one little chick or whatever, and she was telling me little stories and stuff like that. I don't know why females sometimes like to open up to me and stuff, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, we be vibing out, we be chilling, we be cool and whatever. But she telling me about this little situation or whatever the case may be, about a guy that she was messing with or whatever, and how she caught this dude, trying to touch on her daughter and stuff like that or whatever. And when she told me the stories and went into great details and stuff like that, luckily, by the graces of God, she caught it before, anything else crazier happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was in the mix of trying to make her do it, but luckily, she had caught it, though. But, we talking about it and stuff like that or whatever the case may be. And, she just sitting there telling me, like, man, I can't believe that there's really guys out here that do this, and it ain't nothing but a little kid and blase, or whatever the case may be. And this was after the fact of the situation with me and old Shorty. And it just happened to just dawn into my head just to ask her, like, yo, when y'all be having sex and shit like that or whatever, does he like when you call him daddy, or has he ever asked you to call him daddy? Like, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, yeah, he does. He told me to call him daddy and stuff like that. And, at first I didn't want to do it, but, just to make him happy, I did it, and blase. And I'm like, it makes sense now. It makes complete sense. You feel me? Like, he wanted you to call him daddy for he can get that daggone fetish going on in his goddamn sick ass mind. And then at the same token, you had a daughter and he tried to fulfill that motherfucking fantasy. Like, bro, the shit be crazy, dog. You feel me? Now, like I said, I understand every situation is not going to be the same and stuff like that. But from my point of view, man, I feel like motherfuckers, when it comes to the men, if you a guy out there that like for females to call you daddy and shit like that, man, you got some weird ass fetish shit going on and stuff like that that can hopefully not, but one day possibly, you know what I'm saying, resurrect to something totally different, man, where some crazy shit can happen, you know what I'm saying? And for the females, the ones that, you know what I'm saying, go out their way and just start calling men daddy and stuff like that, just off GP and stuff like that, or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying, I'll be feeling like, you know what I'm saying, maybe something in your past or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying, probably has transpired in your life or whatever, and it's like a void that's right there, and you just don't know how to cope with it, deal with it, and stuff like that, so, you know what I'm saying, you start doing stuff like that. That's just my personal opinion. But out of all that being said, for the first video of this channel, I'm gonna let y'all know this right now. For any female that's listening, anything like that, please do not call me daddy. I'm not turned on by that. I'm not, you know what I'm saying, aroused by that. That shit don't do shit for me, G. Like, man, call me by my motherfucking name. You gonna call me anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, all that extra shit and stuff like that, that shit cool with me, G. Like, I'm not even the one to even, you know what I'm saying, play those type of games and shit like that. I understand there's men out there that likes that shit. Hey, whatever floats they boat, y'all deal with that toxic shit over there. But when it comes to me, though, I ain't even trying to hear it, shorty. You feel what I'm saying? But let me know in the comment section, man, how y'all feel about that shit, man. Like, when it comes to the men and stuff like that, how you feel about a woman calling you daddy and stuff like that? Do you like that shit? Do you hate that shit? You cool with it? Or it's just like, whatever? For the females, you know what I'm saying? Have you ever had a man, you know what I'm saying, that sat there and requested you, hey, when you talk to me, when you know what I'm saying, in my presence, stuff like that, I want to be known as daddy. How did that make you feel? Was you cool with that? Was you comfortable with that? You know what I'm saying? Did it make you feel weird, awkward, calling a random guy, for the most part, daddy? That's truly not your daddy. Get down in the comment section, let me know how y'all rocking about that shit, man. You already know, man. This is my first video on this new page, so you already know we rocking, man. Let's go ahead and get them daggone subscribes up and stuff like that, get them likes up and all that good old stuff. But other than that, man, I'm up out of here, man. Gang to the end. You already know we rocking, and I'm going to holler at y'all in the next one, man. Let's get money out here, man. Gone.